Welcome back to Bay Area Living Home Improvement Edition. Mindy has told me that this cockatiel, how old is he now?
19.
19 years old. And he has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of the new windows from Armstrong. Now, how is that possible? Could you explain, please?
Well, we used to have to cover him with a blanket every night when it was cold because he was next to the window and there would be a big draft. So now we have these windows and there's no draft next to him. We don't have to cover him at night and he's warm.
Now, you know, folks, I can get people here to tell you, yes, it's amazing how well insulated those windows are. I can, get spokespersons to tell you it's incredible we can reduce your heating and cooling bills by 30%. But folks, take it from a cockatiel. These things really work. Okay, we've heard from the bide. The bide loves it.
Yeah.
I guess you guys are pretty happy with it as well.
Oh yeah, really happy. Before we used to have like the black edge, metal around it, and the heat would just come in, especially because the sun sets over here, and this room would just be sweltering. And since we've had these new windows, it just completely eliminates all that. It's been really great.
So you had dual pane already, but they were dual pane aluminum.
Right.
You get some wind up here as well?
Oh, yeah. We get a lot of wind. Sometimes it was really obvious that there was a huge draft that was coming through. And we've had these in long enough, and we've noticed that when those winds hit, we are not feeling anything. I mean, we can hear it outside, but we're not feeling anything, which we used to feel. This is probably the biggest one, the bay window. And we love that. It really opened up the outside. It kind of brought it in, and it expanded this room because this room had a window there, but it was just a regular size window. And this just made the room seem a lot larger because we really didn't, want to build out. That just was a really good alternative.
So when you talk about doing construction like that, we were talking earlier about how this is sort of invasive surgery. I mean, people are coming in, they're making a big hole in your wall there. And I'm wondering what that experience was like for you.
That's one of the things I really like about Armstrong, that they're right on top of all that. They came in and made sure that everything was done to code and the way it should be done, and then they proceeded.
So they took care of dealing with all the permits and any problems that were involved.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was really easy.
And they were here too. Several people from Armstrong, not just the workers were here. Several people came in and were here when the inspector was here too. So they wanted to be right on top of everything and made sure everything was done precisely the correct way.
In terms of the kinds of changes that you made in the different windows, for example, in the bedroom, you really opened up the view on that, right?
Well, yeah, by having a casement window versus a slider, you don't have that division, and so you can open it up and get a much better view. That's one of the things we love about living here is that we've got a really nice view. So.
Also, you've got some windows like up in the bathrooms for privacy and things like that.
Yeah, and we got a special glass on it. It's called Rain, and it's really very pretty, and it's it's completely private, which is nice.
I don't need to tell you guys there are a lot of companies out there that do windows and doors.
In my experience working with people, if you don't have somebody that's local, you're dealing with somebody across the country or an 800 number or whatever, and if you got a problem, you do have a problem. So I wanted to go with somebody local, somebody who had a good reputation. Armstrong is well known all through the Bay Area.
How have the energy bills changed from the old aluminum windows to these new Armstrong windows?
The new energy bills have just dropped considerably. We were at averaging about $230 a month, and then our new bill came in at $170
wow.
a month.
So you're talking like what percentage here?
About 30%.
Beautify, insulate, and protect your home with Armstrong Windows and Doors.